Hey everyone, this is Reverend Dr. Anello from the North Iowa Wellness Center of Hope. Today is week 3 of our male hormone driving program. Guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about foods and supplements, very specifically that you're going to be incorporating into your diets to naturally drive testosterone. So I've got a nice list here that I put together for you. We talked about this last week, but I want to reiterate it because it bears repeating. Probably the number one food you can take or eat to drive your hormones is salmon. I would recommend eating salmon 3 days a week. You want organic salmon, wild caught. We don't want farm raised salmon. It completely changes the dynamic of the salmon and puts chemicals and toxins into it. So I would go to my local fish market or Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, wherever it is you like to shop, and go to the counter and get the organic wild salmon. 3 servings a week, about 4 to 6 ounces per serving should satisfy what you need to make your testosterone naturally. The other thing you want to do is make sure you have good levels of vitamin D in the body. Now, this is summertime, so most of us are out getting outside. If you're outside 30 minutes a day in the sunshine, you're probably getting ample vitamin D. But if you have not been outside or you tend not to go outside, you may want to look into an organic vitamin D supplement to help drive those levels as well. Other foods, avocado, we talked about this as well. Avocado is loaded with monounsaturated fats. These are the fats that tend to drive our hormones and give us the building blocks for great hormones. Brazil nuts, these are the big giant nuts in the planter's can that everybody leaves for the last when there's no other nuts left. So you want to actually eat those Brazil nuts because they actually are loaded with, believe it or not, the nuts themselves have receptor sites to capture zinc. And zinc is one of our hormone driving minerals, and when you eat Brazil nuts, for some reason these receptor sites on the Brazil nuts hold on to zinc and keep the zinc in the body longer, and that drives testosterone as well. Egg yolks, we talked about this. Egg yolks are loaded with good healthy cholesterol. I would spend the extra money on the organic eggs that are in the supermarket, which tend to run maybe 2 to 3 times more than your traditional cheap eggs. But you get this incredible value of good healthy cholesterol, which is the precursor hormone to testosterone. Steak. Now it's funny, people, you get the vegetarian, vegan mindset. The cool thing about good steak is that grass-fed, grass-finished steak actually will increase testosterone and zinc, and it's actually a good form of fat. If you have grass-fed and finished steak, you can actually eat the fat. It's a healthy form of fat as long as it's free of chemicals and toxins and hormones. And then we get into the alkalizing vegetables. That would be spinach, leafy vegetables, kale, all the dark green leafy vegetables. Romaine lettuce, that dark green, that gives you a lot of alkalinity. And you also get magnesium from that. And that's why, believe it or not, dark chocolate, which is 70% cacao, is actually good for you versus, let's say, a Hershey's Kiss, which is definitely not the same thing. So if you go find that 70% cacao chocolate, it's got high magnesium along with your spinach. That'll drive the magnesium levels in the body, which drive your hormones. Now I'm going to give you specific nutrients and specific amounts to take every day. Number 1 is DHA oil. You want 1,000 milligrams a day of that. You want 50 milligrams a day of zinc, 200 milligrams a day of magnesium, 200 micrograms a day of selenium. So let's go over that one more time. DHA oil, 1,000 milligrams a day. Zinc, 50 milligrams a day. Magnesium, 200 milligrams a day. And selenium, 200 micrograms per day. So those are your subs. Now, these are other things that I've used that you don't hear about very often, but I wanted to share them with you because I like herbs. And there's 2 herbs that are fantastic for men's hormone systems. Number 1 is called pine pollen. Pine pollen is actually taken from the pine nut, but you don't want to take it from just any pine nut. We get ours from a specific area of Japan and China. Very clean, very androgenic. It drives hormones, and it will stimulate hormones. If you don't know where to get it or you want to know more about it, I have it here in my office. I actually use it in my shakes. And number 2, this is the secret agent that nobody really knows about, but I'll tell you about it. So we talked about morning wood, which is something that's intimate to talk about, but we need to discuss it as men. Believe it or not, we have a product in here called Thor's Hammer, and it's named Thor's Hammer for a reason. I didn't name it Thor's Hammer. The manufacturer named it Thor's hammer. It's exactly what you think it does. It makes Thor's hammer out of you. So it tastes horrible. I'm not going to lie to you. So if you are taking it without putting it into some kind of a capsule, it is going to taste badly, but it will give you that strong morning wood that you're looking for, guys, that you want to restore back to the body. What I'm doing lately is I've been taking vegetable capsules and actually encapsulating it and have guys just swallow capsules. That seems to make it more palatable. But those are the little secret things that I've been doing and I've been having my guys do over the years that seem to drive hormones, testosterone, libido, and good sexual function. So that pretty much handles week 3 of supplements and foods to eat. Listen to this a few times. Go out and get the stuff I mentioned to you, and you're going to see your hormones in your body working much better. Until next time, this is Reverend Dr. Ainello. Take it easy. Have a great day.